Hello, ESL. Welcome back. I don't have any updates for you today, so we're just going to jump right into the lesson. Okay, so last lesson we talked about how to write a formal email, and I asked you guys why is formal email writing important? So I got some really good answers. This student talked about how writing emails is really useful if you want to talk to a large number of people quickly, and that's really true. This student talked about how formal email writing is important when you're applying to a job or university or college or anything like that, which is also really important and I agree with. This student talked about how email is really important, especially now during this time. So, obviously, with the coronavirus, it's very difficult for us to speak with one another face to face. So, email and communicating online is really important now, especially, which is part of the reason why I feel like this unit is so important. And I thought that was a really great response. Okay, now that we've talked a bit about last lesson, we're going to start with today. And today we're going to be talking about email etiquette. So the word etiquette is just a fancy word that means manners. So what we're talking about today is just email manners. So in life, it's very important to have manners, right? Saying please, saying thank you, being polite, being respectful. We're just going to learn how to have manners over email and what sort of things are appropriate to say, to do, what not to say, and what not to do. So jumping right in, the first thing we're going to talk about is having a professional email address. So you guys should always have an email address that you use for work or for school or for a professional setting, right? Most of you have an email address that was given to you by the school, and all of those email addresses you'll notice are quite normal. They're not flashy, they're not fancy. They usually have some letters from your name. They're quite simple. It's important that you have an email address that is professional and that is simple. So let's say you have a boss at your job who says, "Can I have your email address to send you an email?" You want that email to be appropriate and not to feel silly or funny so that your boss or your work colleague or whoever is taking you seriously, right? So, if you see, so my email, as you can see, is just my first name and my last name and at ocdsb.ca. So this is perfect for professional email. If my boss said, "Hi, can I have your email?" and I gave them an email address that was XOXO gossip girl with a Z at Hotmail, this might seem a little unprofessional, right? So we want to make sure that whatever email address that you're using for your work is professional. If you want to have a goofy and silly one like this for when you talk to your friends, when you email your friends, that's fine. That's totally okay. But make sure that you're using something like this for when you're at work and when you are at school or something like that. Okay, keep your emails professional. I cannot emphasize this enough. Let me give you an example. So my email for school. If the principal of Gloucester High School said, "Miss Aylward, we would like to see all of your emails that you have ever sent from your account," they would be able to do that. No problem. And that's okay because I only send professional emails from my work account. So you want to imagine that every email that you send is being read by your boss, okay? Or is being read by your teacher. So if you have a work email, make sure you keep that email professional. Like we talked about last class, the way that you talk to your friends is different from the way that you might talk to your teacher or might talk to your parent, right? You want to make sure that you're keeping your email account professional and what you are sending from whatever your formal email account is always professional, is always appropriate. If you want to be silly and make jokes online, that's totally okay. You just need to do it in a different place. So be silly and make your jokes on a private social media platform. So on Instagram, on Snapchat, whatever it is that you use for fun. Those can be silly, those can be funny, but make sure when you're sending work or school emails that they are always professional. Keep your emails simple. So I'm sure all of you have received an email that's like 7 pages long, that is really overwhelming and really confusing, and it just sort of makes you scratch your head and it's difficult to read. Sometimes your emails need to be long, and that's okay, but try your best to just keep your emails as simple as possible, short if also possible. Something that someone can just open up, quickly understand, and can reply to. You don't want your emails to go on for pages and pages if you can avoid it. Also, stay on topic. So, just like writing a paragraph, when you write a paragraph, you have your topic and you stick to your topic, all right? Email writing should be the same. You should not begin talking about your work assignment and then start talking about your dog and then start talking about what you did last weekend and then come back to your work. No. It should be very simple from start to finish, and it should stay on topic from start to finish, just like paragraph writing. You have a main idea or a theme, and you stick to it. Okay. Reread your emails before sending them. Oh my goodness, I cannot emphasize this enough. It's so important. You should always check your emails for simple spelling and grammar mistakes. It's okay if you send an email with a little spelling mistake. Mistakes happen all the time. I make mistakes always. But it's good to be careful, especially if you're emailing someone new and they've never met you before. So if you're emailing to apply to a job and you have lots of spelling mistakes and your email is really messy, this person who might hire you might think this person is not very serious about the job. They don't even care enough to reread their email to make sure that it looks good. You want the person receiving your email to take you seriously, to really think, wow, this person is someone I want to hire or someone I want to work with. This is like their first impression of you, especially if they have never met you before. So it's really important to just check for simple spelling and grammar mistakes. It goes a long way showing how much you care. Write in full, complete sentences with capitals and periods. I know some students sometimes make this mistake. I know it feels strange switching from writing on paper and pen to writing with a computer, but really think about writing emails the same way that you would write on pencil and paper. So you're going to write with capitals and periods. We're going to write in full sentences and use punctuation like exclamation mark, question mark, all the same as if you were writing with a pencil and a paper. Make sure you have included everything you want to say. Sometimes students send one little email, and then they send another email, and then they send another email because they have forgotten all of the things that they want to say. It's okay for you to write your email. Think to make sure you have said everything you want to say, and then you hit send. It will look much better to have one really neat, well-written email rather than 3 with all different topics. Okay, so that pretty much goes through everything that I wanted to talk about today. And now I have a task or an assignment for you. I have written an email with some etiquette mistakes. And your job is you're going to read this email and you're going to write 4 to 6 sentences explaining what you think the mistakes in the email are and how you would fix the email. And you're going to post this answer as a comment in Google Classroom. So I have the email right here. Okay, so this is our email that we are going to be working with, that we're going to fix up. We're going to try to find out what the problems are and how we would fix them. Okay, so OMG, hey Miss Aylward, I posted my assignment in Google Classroom. Sorry, I did my assignment so late. I was up until 3 a.m. watching TikToks last night. Have you seen the one where the people are dancing? It's so cool. You should watch it. It made me laugh so hard. Ha 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 ha. Anyways, here is my assignment. If you want to You can email me at programercoolguyawesome@hotmail.com to tell me my grade. So this is the email. I have included some mistakes. You are going to write a response telling me what you think some of the mistakes are and how you would fix up this email. And that's the end of the lesson. You did it. Your next lesson is going to be on Wednesday. Again, if you ever have any questions or you are confused, you can always email me at my email address. And that is all from me. So a fun fact from Mr. Fish, almost 2.8 million emails are sent every second, which is a lot. That's all from me, and I will see you on Wednesday. Goodbye.